There is strength in collective action, in supporting one another and working together to create change. When communities are supported, the narrative changes and societal roadblocks are overcome through participatory decision-making processes, leading to impactful results. Journey with us as we take a deep dive into communities whose stories have been rewritten through small initiatives causing big change.
We've done a number of programs, particularly on youth philanthropy. There's a program that was piloted with our community foundation. It's called We Power. And in the We Power program, it was about getting young people to, again, identify issues within the community that they want to respond to. And through the We Power program, young people in our community, in this town that is called Porterville, young people in this town between the ages of 10 and 15 years old. These are essentially kids at school because we start that early with getting young people or people in the community to want to consider investing as philanthropists. So the We Power program allowed those young people to come up with fundraising initiatives to respond to issues of older people in the community of Porterville that didn't have hot water. So the program, essentially, these young people's idea through the We Power program was to purchase solar-powered solutions that will heat water for household use, and those solar-powered equipment were then donated to elderly people within the community.
We've been able to build the capacity of the young women to claim for their land rights. We have also delivered trainings in sustainable agriculture, which have helped to improve their livelihoods and not rather depend on farming for subsistence, but also for commercial gains.
In that group, we have 30 members, all comprising of young women. Through Afro-Innovation Hub, with the support from Civfund, as a group, we were able to come together and speak the same voice of yes, we can change whatever thing that we are going through. Most of us are now able to access land. That was one, because we had a training that was targeting women's land rights and ownership. So we have more than 10 women who now have access, and some of them now own this land. To add on to that, we as the group were able to come up with leaders, quality leaders. Why? We were taken through leadership training.
Afro-Innovation Hub, kokony manongo kudigol Civfund, abedo megu mang'eyo ngo twero para, atimo piny moko dengo, abedo pare kumeni, piny weng akodi bowuon od para. Sisa majumi Afro-Innovation Hub iluonga, gimira ponji, agama dogo ng'ech magimiya acha dogo di pacho, ati to pego ponji echa ndiwuon od para, agama shida tito ni mama na.
My name is Nyako Lucy. I am the project officer under Civfund project. I work in Gwetchi as a project officer. This project is promoting women's land rights and community seed banks. The project is working in 2 districts of Gulu and Omoro, and in the 2 sub-counties of Labora and Onyama sub-county. This is a project that is working to address the women's land rights, because we have realized that women are the most hardworking, and yet they don't have voices or rights over the land use access, and traditionally back here in Acholi land, the land belongs to the men. So this is a project that has come to address women's land rights access and utilization. As we started the implementation, the project is working with the women groups. These are women who are in village saving and loan association. At the same time, there are also farmers groups. We have 12 directly supported, we have 12 VSLA groups, and indirectly we have already addition of about 8 groups on top of what we already have, that indirectly they are benefiting from our direct groups. And in these VSLA groups, we have 6 groups with that we supported them directly to construct what we call a community seed banks. And then the other 6 groups, the 6 remaining groups, we work directly with them. They are also doing the organic farming that we are promoting, though they still don't have seed banks.
Through the Kuonyesha Art Fund, Civfund is amplifying the work of creatives to spark conversation, shift mindsets, and cause change in communities. The artists have used art as a language of resistance, hope, and inspiration to others. 11 artists have been supported in different African countries. Several groups of people have been impacted.
Well, in my creative process, I so much delve into vitiligo because for me, I believe that each one of us has a purpose to serve on this planet, and we just have a little time to live here. And the most important thing that we can leave behind is legacy. I encountered a divine invitation to intervene and be able to speak on behalf of these people. And my story has been public before. Probably maybe you could refer to different sources, but it was just a spark that I learned about vitiligo, the facts about vitiligo at the age of 23, and yet I had always been choosing people living with the condition, associating them with different myths and stereotypes like any other person, any other ignorant person. I'm glad that this happened and we're able to have this concept come to life. It's just the beginning and it's yet to reveal to us quite so much more. But most importantly, I want to extend my appreciation to Kuonyesha Art Fund and generally Civfund for making this happen, for making it possible for us to be able to execute something that is going to impact lives forever.
For about 3 years, when we started Wegule Foundation, we've been teaching young people in the community of Mbiko, which is very famous for criminal gangs, thuggery, and prostitution. Not only just prostitution, but young girls' involvement in acts of prostitution, which is very scary for our young sisters and little girls who are into our community, Mbiko. Most times when you talk about Mbiko, what comes to someone's mind is prostitutes, or increased level of people living with HIV or criminal gangs. Someone is talking about thieves or something. So having this identity and living in this community as an artist, for me, gave me a purpose. And also being one of the former street-connected children, I decided to use this as an advantage to be able to transform other people's lives who are living into this community.
Mbiko ine ekigambo kye bayita nti Mbiko wetakukwika ekola ki? Ekubikula.
Okay, Mbiko byawulira ekigambo Mbiko afunamu okutya.
Being an orphan, I couldn't see anything important in education personally because the people around me were always doing something different. Most especially the ladies that I lived with were into prostitution. So it was the only thing that I thought would give me money that would help me as an orphan to sustain myself. But since I joined Wegule Foundation, there has been a lot of improvement in my life. First of all, they have helped me with school fees, and I managed to do my senior 4. And I've managed to see a lot of different things because I didn't know that prostitution has a lot of effects. But then through the different conversation and the mentorship with the mentors, Levi, Shafiq, and Weekend, they have really mentored me to realize the different effects of prostitution and the different effects of taking the different drugs, because where I stay, even the prostitutions, the ladies who do prostitution, most times they take drugs before they go into the business because it is not that they want to do it, but it is the only source of income. So if you connect the two, prostitution and drugs, you couldn't come out either when you're healthy or when you have something better for your life. Because most of my friends are HIV positive, but through the prostitution. And some of the other friends who are boys who are into drugs, they have been beaten or sometimes even caught stealing, and they end up in jail. So Wegule Foundation has been a stepping stone for me as a girl in my community. It has really impacted me. It has really impacted on my self-esteem and awareness, self-care and self-love. Also realizing that there is a life out of where I live, or there is a life that is better than what I thought.
We chose a few people who had a background that is connected to the production that we wanted to speak about. And in this production, we're able to use 8 dancers, 4 of whom were girls and 4 of whom were boys. Luckily, we're able to resettle some of them into school, and we are very happy for that. Right after the production, we're excited to say that we had a total number of 22, actually more young people, new young people who came in to join our community sessions after seeing the impact that we had through the production that we did.
I'm also talented, and this is one more thing that has really kept me going with the Wegule Foundation, because they have really given me a platform, not only in the education part or the change of my life, but also my talent has really been promoted. I've been given a bigger platform. I'm one person who always thought of trying to create an impact in my community through dance. I'm a dance artist, but Wegule has really given me that platform that I need. Recently, we did a law that addressed different issues that we face in our community that included the prostitution, theft, HIV, because in Mbiko, that is the song. If you come in Mbiko and you're not told about prostitution, HIV, if you're not told about theft, then that is not the right place to describe as Mbiko. So Wegule Foundation has given me a platform to use my talent to empower or create change to impact in my community. Mbikulas has really created change, because I invited most of my friends who do prostitution, and they were there to watch the show. They really got a different kind of view of life, and some of them are thinking of what to do next after watching the Mbikulo.
Nibaza ekitongole kya Civfund okutusupportinga, okutuwa sente zisobodde managinga production n'okutubeezawo ffe ng'abadansa, kutuyambako okusoma biki byonna tubeebaza, era mwenna gye muli twebaza nnyo omutima ogw'okuyamba ku baana abamu ab'enjawulo abali mu kitundu kyaffe, abali abayaaye, banywi b'enjaga, nga tubba obusawo bw'abantu, tukola buli kimu ekibi, okuba nga batulagala naffe tulina kye tusobola okukola mu bulamu bwaffe, ate nga tukijja ku kitonde kyaffe. Beebaza, Katonda abawe omukisa.
I really want to take this opportunity to appreciate and thank the Civfund for supporting Wegule to create an impact in us as young people, helping us to turn a new lead in our lives. There is a very big change before and after of Winnie, you know, and it is all because of the Civfund. If it wasn't there, if it was not supporting the Wegule Foundation, I couldn't be here. I couldn't express my talent. I couldn't be this kind of a person who speaks some good English, you know. I'm really so grateful, Civfund. Thank you so much for supporting Wegule Foundation, for that is giving us a platform as young people to turn our living in our communities and also create change within our other fellow young people in the community.
In the heart of every community, there are unsung heroes, ordinary women and men who have practical solutions to their unique challenges. Oftentimes, these efforts end up not being explored or even go unnoticed.
Obino to chokere karachiel I group kiti achalo group amon ma achiel unu wanu mon unu neno ni obedu jagoro poro mutiyu ginaro kiken nyume konyo lobo me Uganda nyume konyo sub county obedu kede luoro pikara lach kara lobo wa unu tia balle pi beda bongech enomi mi tupo mepa kara chiel kede Civfund memi yewa gina pode me ginora no nok amonu adunu amonu tite chawgi mon tia mera du tia ngeyu twerogi amahona hakopi kom lobo omi una hanyira moduogo pashu ichani da tigi ni kede twerogi pin pasha chela chiel tia medu tia ngeyu ni nyaho tikede twero menwongo lobo pashu.
We have been chosen among the community by the organization called MECPA for the fund of Civfund. So after we have being formed, we have then been trained to work with the community to at least see that our environment is well kept. After receiving the training, we then came back and start mobilization. We mobilize our people and sensitize them on how to keep the environment. First of all, we were encroaching in the wetland. Before MECPA comes to do training with us, our environment, our wetland, were being encroached by our community. People were misusing it, people were cultivating in the wetland, not knowing that they are spoiling the environment. So through the funds from Civfund, through MECPA, we were now able to do other activity, not the cultivation in the wetland. Now people are now not cultivating the wetland. The wetland is now free.
MECPA, Civfund is funding 2 projects with us, and that is empowering rural women to protect wetlands. Civfund is funding 2 projects with MECPA, and that is Landscape. With the Landscape project, we're amplifying the women's voices to securing land rights. Why we do this? It's because we realized the women in the grassroots, most of them don't know about the land rights. So by doing that, we are trying to empower them to know their rights to land. The rights to land, the women whose land is taken away from them because maybe the husband has died, so the brothers to the late husband take away the land just because she's a woman. So we empower these women to know that they have the right to that land.
Through the Zishaya Grassroots Fund, Civfund has lifted up these visionaries through the funding extended to over 10 grassroots organizations that work directly with community groups. The result of this is visible in the change these ordinary solutions have brought.
My name is Nyaro Lucy. I am the project officer under Civfund project. I work in Gwechi as a project officer. This project is promoting women's land rights and community seed banks. The project is working in 2 districts of Gulu and Umoro, and in the 2 sub-counties of Labora and Onyama sub-county. This is a project that is working to address the women's land rights, because we have realized that women are the most hardworking, and yet they don't have voices or rights over the land use access, and traditionally back here in Acholi land, the land belongs to the men. So this is a project that has come to address women land rights access and utilization. Project is working with the women groups. These are women who are in village saving and loan association. At the same time, there are also farmers groups. We have 12 directly supported, we have 12 VSLA groups, and indirectly we have already addition of about 8 groups on top of what we already have, that indirectly they are benefiting from our direct groups.
In our group, we have 28 people. Female is about 15, and others are male. In our group, we were totally farmers. We have a seed bank in our group, which we divide seed for the other people, and then when we release our seed, then after 6 months you will return back with the interest. For example, if we give you 1 bag of peanut, then for the coming one, when you grow, then you will be turned to us with 2 bags. Then the other one we keep in our seed bank, and the other one we begin giving to other people to multiply. That is how we multiply our seed.
Initially, we were not having the farming into it. We used to dig personal farming, individual farming. Later on, the people of the Grade G came into that group and they provide us with some seeds. And the seeds they are planted and divided among the members. After planting, then you bring back the seeds to the group, and those seeds are given to others who has joined the group, which have not got the seeds to multiply it outside into the different various gardens.
You will realize that the rate of GBV and land conflict has also gone down, and community is coexisting peacefully. The men have also embraced, and we have also brought in the issue of the role model men to work together with our women advocates, still to advocate for the women voices. And then all this would not be possible if it was not because of our partners who are the Civfund, who are also friendly, the people who understand exactly the need of the community. Civfund has been so good to us, and because of them partnering with us, Grade G, all this is possible, and it's still happening, and it will continue to happen within our community, and even the community, they themselves are so happy with this program, because this is a program that is bringing back the pride of Acholi.
G have already trained us about to keep our land and to build peace among children, among wife and the husband, and also to build a land. Not only that, they have already trained us to be in group for our body chop.
Kubeera n'amaanyi okuyogera ku limiro ekintu kyonna nga bakutiisa gwe vaayo oba bakola ki gwe olina n'okubeera naki n'amaanyi. Ng'obeera weka tosobola kubeera n'amaanyi mubeere ku gurupu. Kati ng'obubeera mulina kuyogera ku kintu kyonna nga bajja kutiisa temutya. Mubeere mubeera gumu. Tebatugamba kintu bingi nga batuyogedde.
I wish to extend my sincere gratitude to Civfund for the wonderful opportunity. It is amazing. The journey is still ongoing. We are still training these young people. We've we've exposed them to beadwork, how they can make a variety of items through beadwork, how they've been in position to make table mats, they've been in position to make beaded small wallets, and also they've also been in position to also learn how to make doormats out of threads and out of local materials such as sacks. We are still embracing the opportunity. The teenage mothers are embracing it, they are loving it, and they can't wait to have the entire program till when all the skills are at their hands. Thank you so much, Civfund. Thank you so much.
Before I came here, I didn't know any skill, but by now I can make doormats, table mats, bags out of beads. We have other vocations like hairdressing, tailoring, and many others. So by now, as me a teen mother, I can go out there and make my own doormat, table mat, a bag, and sell it. After selling it, I can satisfy myself, like buying myself sugar, soap. So these skills have eased my life so much.
Before coming here, I was living with my parents, but my parents were chasing me away because of having the baby. But I heard some people talking about Madam Mebron, Chalina Somero, Asomesa, Batinage mothers, Nange Nengenda, Nenzija. Netandika okusoma kati okubeera tatandika okusoma bingi bye tusoma tuyiga okutunga ebyalaani, okusiba enviiri, okukola table mats, door mats, and many others. So those things they help me in many things. So you can be there, get a clothes, you sew, you can dress, sell it, and you get some money, and you, which can help you to get some sugar soap for your kid.
Civfund supports bold and innovative leaders to sustain their movements in a drive towards systemic change. Through the leadership grant, leaders are empowered to cause the change they envision.
Gwedji, together with the Civfund, they came about, they train us to come up like women in Onyama, to come with our voice up. And now, like in the health center, we've been lacking a bathroom and a maternity ward and general ward for the patient. And now we do achieve the bathroom, water, everything in our health center. In the school, we do achieve the training room for girls. And about the police in Onyama sub-county, last time we don't have a police for women. Now we have 3 women in the police here. And also in our communities, women are coming up on leadership without fear. Last time, all women have been fearing to come up to contest, to be a leader in Onyama sub-county. But now, to the training we got from the Gwedji and Civfund, we are now confident to come and contest.
Small initiatives can lead to big change. This can be yours too.